What's up, everybody? I'm of course the one there, the joke of YUGIOH, and today is the day to bring you guys the news recap for all the stuff that you may have missed this past month in Yu-Gi-Oh! I love doing this because hopefully for all those people that have been away from the game, this helps you guys. And I love doing these because instead of doing it once a week and there isn't much news, by the end of the month, there's about a few bits more of news than expected, and that's why I absolutely love doing it, the monthly news recaps. But I want you guys to comment down below what you guys think on this. And of course, without further ado, let's just jump right into all the stuff that you may have missed.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Let the good times roll!
Okay, everybody, so the first thing that you may have missed is actually the meta. The meta has changed quite a bit. Now, a lot of the people probably have heard of this, but for all the people that haven't, I want to talk to you guys mainly on how much the meta has changed. But don't look away, guys. We're going to be talking to you guys as well. So the meta has actually changed quite a bit in the way that Brandish has taken up a whole big chunk of the board, as you'll see by the picture right over here, guys. And Gokis. So Gokis and Brandish are the main two competitors, as well as Trickstars. After that, it kind of starts to narrow it down. But as you can see, Brandish is a big chunk of this. Now, the reason this is Brandish is able to build easy and accessible boards, is able to spam out the board quite a bit, and actually helps you a lot, because even if you're going up against an opponent that potentially may destroy your entire hand, just from one card you can get a pretty decent board because it does a lot of searching, spamming the board, and it's absolutely great. However, the card that is really hard to get is Engage. Now, Engage is a $90 card, so if you want to try and get it, I'd recommend waiting a little bit. Hopefully it does go down in price for you guys, but that is the main card in the deck. So if you're looking at playing Brandish, be mindful that you're either going to have to buy a few boxes and hopefully pull it, or you're going to have to really dive into your wallet and pull out some big chunks of money. But if you love playing the game, then definitely go for it. I'm not going to tell you guys not to. I'm just going to say, it's a risk, but it may be a reward in the long run for you guys. The next one, of course, is Goki. Now, Goki stands on its own, and it's pretty cool. There have been a few FTKs going around, but personally, I see that Gokis are better with the whole Nightmare strategy, the way they lock down the board that way, and that's the way they really are going. After that is, of course, Trickstars. Now, there are so many different variations of Trickstars. I'm counting 4 now that are really, really good. So there's the Wind Witch. I'm going from, worst to best, personally. So you've got the Wind Witch, then you've got the Control, and I'm biased, so Burn can be somewhere in between all that. But there's the Burn, and then you've also got the Nightmare variant. Now, because of this, Nightmares are a big thing. Practically any deck that is in the meta right now, as long as they're able to spam out that Nightmare board, they get their own particular categories. I know they're not actually on the picture right here, but they're pretty beastie as they can be played very, very well. They can be splashed into any deck that revolves on around heavy spamming. After that, we've got Dracos. Now, Dracos, we thought they were dead. No, they weren't. They just got a heavy hit because of Masterpiece, turning them more into a stun deck. Now, I've seen a few Draco decks around. Personally, the best one I've seen involves, having 3 Erupt, the Skill Drain, the Imperial Order, stuff that really does lock down your opponent, and as well as a fun combo involving Domain. And the reason I say that is because you have the card that protects your monsters from being targeted by card effects. You've got Domain that locks down their extra deck. You've got Skill Drain, or, personally, Erupt, because it doesn't negate your effect. And if you've got the beautiful Vanity Fiend, then monsters cannot be special summoned regardless. So it negates the effects of everything, and your stuff isn't being destroyed. So that board is absolutely mint, and that's where I can really see Dracos going of more of a stun, more control base, instead of you bring out Masterpiece and you just sit on it and have that incredible board. Now that all those cards are back, there's more searching, there's more reliability. It seems like we can beat the deck, but it still puts up a pretty good fight. After that, you can see the board going a little bit thinner. You've got Paleos, Magicians, and then, all the other Magician kind of decks, Pendulum decks, which we're not going to go into because they did get a pretty good hit, but they still can be played pretty well. So that's it for the meta talk. Now we're going to go into the latest set that has been released. I actually got to open this set at my local Game Traders. I still get a little bit giddy on it because it was the first box I've ever actually opened for this channel, and you guys seem to really love it. So who knows, maybe I'll do some more box openings in the future when a new set comes out. I'm only going to be opening the one maybe. That would be about it. But this was a big thing to open for me because I opened at my local Game Traders. These guys are absolutely great. And it came with 3 awesome archetypes. So it came with Brandish, Far High, and Vampires. So starting off with the top of the list is Brandish. Now, as I already said, Brandish have been making a pretty good fight in the meta. I said, you know, earlier that I didn't see them as a really big competition. I guess I was kind of wrong. I mean, I've bet a few Brandish, but against decks that don't particularly lock you down, they do put up a very, very good fight, and it is absolutely insane what kind of boards they can bring just with 1 card. And, I mean, they are pretty expensive, as I said, but they are, of course, being part of the biggest meta at the moment. Next after that is Fur Highs. Now, Fur Highs haven't gotten a shot into the meta, but they're pretty cool in the way of a more budget deck from this set, because you can easily spam out your cards. Basically, I would love to see someone make a Fur High Nightmare. If I had the cards, I would. If you guys want to see that, I'll try and build it online. But the way that they can just spam out the board is just absolutely insane. From 1 card, they can special summon another, then you can special summon another. You potentially, if you've got enough search and all that, you could have 5 monsters on the board and then keep on going from there. So it is really, really insane. So Fur Highs I do see not maybe being meta, but maybe at your current locals or something like that, they could really put up a decent fight. After that is the new Vampire cards. Now you guys know how much I loved these Vampires because the artwork was absolutely beautiful. The deck wasn't, of course, the most beast, but I mean, we were pretty much trying to hunt for Vampires and Brandish from this set for me, and we pulled some pretty good Brandish cards and we pulled some pretty good Vampires all around. So if you want to get a good set, I would actually recommend this set to anyone that's actually coming back into the game right now, because it gives you link monsters, it gives you, you know, going to that old school stuff, and then it gives you the middle ground. So it gives you 3 different decks that hits every single stage of Yu-Gi-Oh! The old school, around the time where you may have stopped, which was around the middle, and then the current stuff. So for anyone that's getting back into the game, yeah, I would definitely recommend this set because it is an absolutely great set. And all the cards are just shiny and beautiful, and that's what you want. So yeah, this set was really, really nice to see, and I really hope a lot of people pulled absolutely mint stuff from this set. I know a few good mates of mine. Sorry guys, a few good mates of mine. Awesome James pulled some awesome stuff, as he always does. And yeah, this set was absolutely awesome to see. But comment down below what your thoughts on it are, of course. The next thing, of course, is the ban list. Now, the ban list dropped, and I was super pumped on this. I was super excited because a few cards that I absolutely hate got hit. It was Masterpiece, and it was Astrograph Sorcerer for the top 2. I mean, the fact of them getting hit. Trickstars didn't get hit whatsoever, is why they're still in the meta. Gokis and Brandish, of course, they're still new, so of course they didn't get anything hit. So yeah, all the stuff that you see on the meta that started to drop down, that was because they got hit, of course, and that was just absolutely awesome to see. I'll leave a link in the description down below to show you guys the entire ban list and all that. But there are some awesome cards that came back to 3, like Compulsory. We also got Ring of Destruction, and Chain Strike actually got hit to 1. So there were a few rogue decks that even got hit. And if you want to see a whole talk on this, I did actually do a whole reaction video. I'll leave that in the description and down below. I'll link to that. But now the next thing is that I want to be talking about is the end of match time rule. This thing I have not talked about yet. This is the first time I'm talking about it. First time I'm giving my opinion on this. And I wanted to do this because at the time it wasn't actually active. Now it is actually active. We're actually in the month where it is active, and that's when I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to do it in this video. So I'm hating it and I'm liking it at the same time. The reason I'm hating it is because, yeah, in the way of like, you don't get 5 turns to try and win, that is really ridiculous. Or at least 3 turns. Like, if you're a person, the judge calls, you know what, time right there and then, from what the rules used to be. It was like, oh yeah, okay, we got 5 turns to try and win this. Whoever's got the most life points is going to win. So it's a fight for all. And I liked it and didn't like it at that point, because sometimes when I felt that, you know, they would call time, you know, like the person has been stalling for a really, really long time. And I hated that. I felt like, you know, games should be quicker. You shouldn't be there waiting 5 to 10 minutes for your person to have a turn. It should be like, you know, 3 to 5, not even. Come on, you've seen on Nexus, they give you 300 seconds to make a turn. And that's plenty of time. I mean, give yourself 1,000 seconds. If we had a clock time, I would love that kind of thing. Ding, your turn. Ding, your turn. I know it would get repetitive, but it would speed up the matches, and hopefully that means the tournaments would go a lot quicker, and maybe actually give us some more rounds to potentially see who should really be first place. And I would love to see that. But this, I like and dislike, as I said. The reason I dislike, as I've already said, kind of thing, and I'm leaning more into it now, is, you know, the whole fact of the time, it was really, really great. Now, it's actually, if you're a judge calls time, it's end of that phase. It's not end of the battle phase. It's not, you know, to the end of your turn. It's end of that phase. So, if you're in main phase, and you were building a board, like you were making something absolutely insane, the way they're making it sound is the end of that phase. So, I can't even go to my battle phase where I'll be able to annihilate my opponent or do something. I can't do any of that. Personally, I would recommend, you know, maybe not end of phase, but end of that turn. Or, you know, just cut down on the time rule. Instead of it being 5 turns, it's only 3, and it's, you know, or just make the people actually speed up the duels. If there's stalling, then yeah, call the judge over and say this person is clearly stalling, as they've always done. But the way this time rule works, it's just going to make it a lot worse. Because people are going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to stall, wait for that time rule, and then bring out Gaga, and then you take 800 damage. Bam, I win the duel because it's 7. You're on 7,200 and I'm on 8,000 because all I did was bring out one monster. No! If I see that, I'm going to slap the person. No doubt. I'm going to want to hit that person in the face because of how stingy and scrubby they are playing. That is just going to absolutely annoy me. In saying that, however, I do like the new time rule because I am a burn player. Burn players are, of course, going to get the best part of this because, oh yeah, end of phase, you're down to 5,000 life points. I'm still on 9,000. I haven't even damaged you that much. I haven't won. You've just been stalling, and I've been trying to protect myself for that long, to the point that they call time, and I win. Now, if I have to actually do that, I'm going to be annoyed at myself, because you're the person that's been stalling, not me. I'm just trying to protect myself. If you've been taking your time to do that, all I do is, set, done, my done, yours. If you're taking 5 to 10 minutes, don't blame me. Blame yourself. I'm just saying. But, that's how I feel on the whole time rule. Like, I haven't given you, like, I like it, I dislike it. It's just, it's a wait to see kind of thing, guys. It's a wait to see of how it actually pans out if I ever get to time, because I play pretty quick, so 9 out of 10, I'm not really ever in time, so it's a wait to see. And I would love to hear your guys' opinions on that. The next thing, and of course the last thing to talk about, is the Megatons. And yeah, we gotta get like, whoo! Megatons. I absolutely love the Megatons sometimes. I love them. I've picked up the last ones. I wasn't too displeased. I got some really nice stuff. I got some stuff that I was looking for. Poe Desires got that reprint. I really need that, so that was absolutely great. Now, all the cards have not yet been announced of what the promo cards are. We haven't actually been announced of what any of the promo cards are. I've looked up from the time of recording this, guys. So, if for somehow it would happen a day, because I'm recording this just a day before, you know, giving you guys this video, if for somehow all the promo cards got announced, I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. I'll comment it down below. But if not, then yeah, we're going from this, guys. So, the Megatons are absolutely great. They're coming out on the 31st of the 8th, which is August, of course. So, we've still got, you know, quite a bit of time to wait. We've still got 2 months. And the Megatons are, of course, as always. There's 3 16-card Mega Packs. Each Mega Pack contains cards from the Maximum Crisis, Code of Duelists, Circuit Break, and Extreme Force, you know, the latest sets. there's 1 secret, 1 ultra, 1 super, 1 rare, and 12 commons. Or if you pull the broken sets, as I've seen some videos do it, where they've pulled like 6 ultras in 1 pack, and then do it 2 more times, congrats to you. You're making the money. But, yeah, so going off just that, I mean, I was really hyped, but I think I'm going to be more hyped for them promos. Them promos is what really brings us to a main act, because, I mean, I bought the Megatin packs just for Poe Desires because Poe Desires was really expensive. I bought it for the links because links were really, you know, necessary at that point. And I brought it because it was the first thing I could open for you guys. So there was a whole bunch of boxes that it hit for me. Now this, however, I have not yet seen the promos, so it's still a yet to see what could it be. If it's something really, really nice, I'll be picking up them Megatins, or I'll be opening it regardless for you guys, hopefully. Just depends on money and all that and what's happening. But yeah, I'm kind of more excited because of the part that I've been kind of, you know, I'm installing for, because it's Borlo Dragon Dragonic Diagram evenly matched, and Saryuja Skull Dread getting them reprints. Now, Saryuja, that's really, really cool. I absolutely love that Link Monster. I would love to get one. I just haven't got it because it's so damn expensive, like all these cards. Evenly matched, that is still an 80 to, like, wherever the hell you're selling it kind of card. $80 card. It's absolutely crazy, but it's a good card because, you know, you just pretty much wait to the end of that battle phase and it's like, bam, drop it. Or if it's on your turn, you can actually call battle phase even if you don't attack. You guys know that. And just be like, oh yeah, battle phase? Yeah. Main phase 2? All your shit's already destroyed? I'm gonna win this. And that's what I absolutely love. Like, even if you don't attack, this card is just absolutely insane. Now, in saying that, all these cards look absolutely great. The meta stuff has changed, so it's actually been a really great month. However, that's all to report, guys. That's actually all that's happened. That's the main stuff to me. Like, I don't go into Duel Links. I don't go into the OCG stuff. You guys know that. I'm straight up TCG, the game, the real game, not... I mean, you guys can play Duel Links, comment down below. I'm just not going to report on it too much because I'm pretty sure you guys are on so many different pages that you guys know what's happening on that. I don't report OCG because I don't play OCG. I play TCG, so that's why I only report that. And I absolutely love reporting all the stuff that I've just reported. So, yeah, I'm super actually thrilled on how the past month has gone, how all this stuff has, you know, changed, but it's actually changed mostly for the better because seeing this, you know, meta list, seeing this breakdown, the way that it's kind of veered what everyone can play is absolutely great. It's not just one-sided as we've seen in the past. I know Brandish has taken up a big chunk, but we can beat that, guys. We can beat Brandish. But all the others, you know, it pretty much veers really, really nice. So it sees that, you know, the game is becoming more equal. Anyone can play whatever they want, which is what I absolutely love. And they've got a potential to win, which, you know, for once, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Konami has done a really, really good job. And I can't wait to see what happens next. But of course, comment down below what your thoughts on these things are, of course. And of course, as always, comment down below what you guys want to see next. If it be deck profiles, tip videos, more talk videos like this, as long as I'm able to make it, I'm happy to make it. But of course, till then, and till the next one, just keep on smiling. Enjoy the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or any TCG that you play. And of course, till then, that ends it for me, the Joker, and I'll see you next time, everybody.